Is it weird jumping in when kind of like everyone else is already like in a rhythm and you're still kind of like you said finding your legs, or were you able to get enough of a base at practice?
I thought I was able to get enough of a base. I didn't say this after the game, but I'd like to give a shout out to our medical and strength and conditioning staff. They did a great job, and like I said, I felt good in the game. But I mean, as much as you can simulate drills and skate, there's just nothing like the game. So hopefully a couple more games and I'll be up to speed.
Just getting some reps in practice, whether then with this line, getting that familiarity. What have you learned about these two guys that you've been skating with?
I've been impressed with both of them. Obviously, I was around for a little bit of camp and then watched the games that I set out, and I think they're both really good players. And coming back from injury right away, I thought we kind of made some plays in practices, things like that. And like I said, we're still building on the games, and hopefully we can just keep getting better and better.
Adam Edstrom specifically, just how he's been able to kind of quietly make this roster and be consistently in the lineup. What stands out to you about him and the way he plays every night?
Well, he's 6'8", so
a lot stands out.
So he stands out no matter what. But no, I think the biggest thing is just his skating ability. I would say most times he's on the ice, he's the fastest skater out there. So that type of speed opens the ice up, through the neutral zone, and then he's right on top of you on the forecheck. So I think he's done a great job.
What about from a maturity standpoint, to just come in here and go about your business every day? This is his first full season so far. Have you noticed that? Have you been impressed by that?
Yeah, he's a pretty quiet guy, but he puts in the work, and I think it was probably good for him last year, getting a taste of games with us. Not sure when exactly that was, what time of year, but I think he got like 10 or so games, and that probably helped his confidence a lot. And probably worked hard in the summer, and like I said, his physical attributes speak for themselves.
Peter was really happy with your line after last game. Just what do you think is a goal for you guys? What do you want to consistently bring each night?
Probably, maybe take some D-zone draws for our team, and get the puck out of our end through the neutral zone and roll around with it in the offensive zone. I think if we can do that, it sets up the next line coming after us. If we can make a good change and then say one of our scoring lines comes out with a tired opposition, that's beneficial to us. But probably a lot of forechecking, a lot of being on the right side of the puck and playing good defense. But I think we can chip in offensively as well.
First of all, you got Jimmy Vesey back on your line last game. Tell us a little bit about what you've noticed that he brings to that, and just as a player to have him back on this line.
Yeah, he's a great player. He brings a lot of experience to our line. He likes to think offense, which is awesome. I think we can be an effective line that can chip in offensively, but obviously we want to be reliable defensively as well, first and foremost. So he's been a great addition. A veteran guy that brings a lot of experience.
Do you feel like that was a kind of a good example last game of what you guys want to be? Peter was really positive on just what you just mentioned, defensively what you were doing, but also being able to sustain some pressure in the O-zone as well. When you guys are kind of clicking on all cylinders, is that what you're hoping to see?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was I think we were. That's kind of where we've set the bar pretty high for ourselves. Where we know what we can do when we're playing our game, and we need to bring that every night. Doesn't matter who we're playing against. Every game's gonna be a little different, but if we can bring that kind of energy and a positive effect on the game like that, then that's what we're looking to do.
And then when you look at Adam, for example, his first full season so far, kind of quietly just asserting himself on this roster night after night. What have you noticed about him as a line mate, and what's the communication like between the two of you?
Yeah, he's a great player. You know, he's got great size. Obviously, everyone sees that. Great speed. You know, I think he's adjusted really well to the North American game and the NHL level. You know, he's a physical specimen out there. And I think you know, the sky can really be the limit for him. He just keeps going. He's so young. Once he gains more experience, you know, I really think that he's going to have a great career. And you know, anything I can do to help him kind of carve that path for him, then yeah, you know, it's been great. He's been fun to play with, and yeah, we're looking forward to continuing to build some chemistry.
Just you got your first game back. Jimmy Vesey was back last game. Just what'd you think of that line and how everything kind of worked in your first game together?
I think we played well. Good to have Jimmy back as well. I know he's been working hard to get back, so good for him. We're happy to have him. I feel like we played a solid game. Yeah, scored a goal too, so that's important. Overall we just kind of worked hard and grinded in their zone, so that was good.
Sam mentioned just Jimmy bringing just a level of experience. Obviously, he's been in the league for a long time. Do you notice that as well, that he kind of brings that added veteran presence too?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's been around and he knows how stuff works, so he's one of those guys you can go talk to if you have any questions, especially me coming in. This is my first full year in the league, so I try to talk to him, pick his mind a bit, so no, he's been great.
For you, just in general, you know, as you had a handful of games now, how are you feeling comfort-wise and familiarity-wise, not just with your line, but just generally in the NHL?
Feels good. I mean, I'm happy to be here. I'm having a lot of fun, and it's been great. I mean, I played all the games so far, so that builds confidence as well. I feel like I grow out there every day, so I'm looking forward to what's ahead and the rest of the season.
When your line, you're coming off a great game, so when your line is clicking,
yeah,
how you guys want it to be consistently, what does that look like? What do you want to bring each night?
Yeah, I feel like we just gotta read off each other. Like when one guy put pressure, the other guy got to be right behind. I pick up the pucks. We just got to be one of those lines that hard to play against, hard for the other team to break out. Like kind of wear and tear line, like play physical when we ever have the chance. And I feel like we do that well. And I feel like the more games we get together, we kind of just go into a flow state and everything just works. So I think last game was a good showing, and we just got to keep building on that.
And you mentioned the experience with Vesey, but what about Sam? What does he bring to this line to kind of help complement your own game?
Sam's been great. I mean, I've played with him a lot of games now, so I feel like we're finding each other more and more, and he's one of those guys that he's also been around for a while. He's easy to talk to. He comes with some tips, some tricks, so I'm just trying to soak it all up and listen to whatever I have to say, and I know that'll help me in my career and us as a line this year. So I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, and do you feel like they have helped you, just both of them, with the way that they are? Just feel like you're comfortable at being able to talk to them, ask questions and things?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I feel comfortable talking to everyone in this locker room. Everyone's been great since I got up, even last year, but this year as well. So any questions, I know I can go ask anyone, and they'll be there and help me out. So no, everyone's great, but I mean, especially that line, yeah.